past 5 years, and the country continues to struggle with large trade deficiency. The public debt of the country currently stands around 25 trillion rupees, and the condition has worsened to the point where citizens spend more for foreign tourism than the country earns from its total exports. Are there any strategies followed by the finance ministry, or are they just going to stay hand in hand and do absolutely nothing to build the financial stability of the nation?
With the prior permission of the Right Honourable Speaker, I'd like to commence. I must first thank my esteemed colleague from the opposition for the question, though I must say, the sudden concern for Nepal's economy is as surprising as a fish discovering water. The very hands that held the steering wheels of this nation for decades now stand before us, shaking their heads at the potholes they themselves have dug. But let's indulge them, for it seems nostalgia has hit them hard and blurred their memory for their own past mistake. They speak of a struggling net sale index, a widening trade deficit, and a mounting public debt. How fascinating is it? Now, where was this wisdom when Nepal's economy was grasping for air under their rule? Where was this concern when their policies sent investors running faster than an athlete at an Olympic sprint race? And where was this outrage when they mortgaged Nepal's future for short-term political gains? गाई गोरु बेचेर डमरु किने तपाईहरु अब आज आएर घर किन खाली भयो भनेर सोध्नु भएको छ. How convenient of them to just raise a question objectifying their own past deeds and talk about when Nepal's economy shall see a brighter future. पहिले कहाँ थियो यो ज्ञान? उद्योगहरु तासको घर चाहिँ ढल्ला. तपाईले मञ्चमा भाषण गरिरहनु भएको थिएन र? वैदेशिक लगानीकर्ता भाग्दा तपाईले हातमा हात बाँधेर तुलु हेरिरहनु भएको थिएन र? देशको भविष्य धितो राखी तपाईले कुर्सी सिंगारिरहनु भएको थिएन र? तर अहिले आएर त अचानक लौ नेपालको अर्थतन्त्र कहिले चम्किन्छ त भनेर प्रश्न सोध्नु भएको छ. कस्तो अनौठो संयोग पो रहेछ. अझ उहाँहरू नेपालका नागरिकहरूले विदेशमा बढी खर्च गरिरहेको छन् भनी चिन्ता व्यक्त गर्नुहुन्छ. साँच्चै अनि तपाईहरुकै पालामा होइन र देशलाई उडान मोडमा राखेर श्रमिकहरूलाई विदेश पठाइरहेको? A profound realization, truly, I must say, but let me remind my dear opposition colleagues, who, by the way, had governed long enough to have done something about it. About that tourism, industries, and infrastructure that don't just grow on trees. They require vigilance, infrastructure, and funding, which encourage growth, things that were notably absent under their watch. Now, may I present to you some steps that we have and are implementing to promote financial stability, infrastructure and development. We're investing in modern road networks, airports and railway connectivity. We're expanding hydropower projects in order to maintain the domestic consumption and exports. Improving digital infrastructure, we plan on promoting e-commerce and IT services. For industrialization and manufacturing, we are encouraging domestic industries to reduce dependence on imports, and we are establishing special economic zones, SEZs, in order to attract foreign investment. We are also providing incentives for small and medium-scale enterprises to grow. For tourism and hospitality, diversifying tourism sector beyond just trekking. For example, religious adventures and even ecotourism. And last but not least, we're promoting Nepal as a year-round travel destination globally. And as for the public debt, they speak of it as if Nepal's debt was born yesterday, when in reality they were the ones who wrote the first pages of this story. पुल बनाउने बजेटबाट पुल मात्रै नबनाएर तपाईहरुको घरका पठालहरु कसरी अगा भयो भन्नुस् त. स्कुल सुधार्ने योजना त लेखियो, तर सरकारी स्कुल अझै किन खण्डर भयो? बिजुली उत्पादनको सपना बेचियो, तर कहिले उज्यालो आएको छ त? But let's be clear, debt in itself is not the enemy. Reckless borrowing with no return is. ऋण भनेको आगो जस्तै हो. सही ठाउँमा लगायो भने उज्यालो दिन्छ, तर तपाईहरुको पालामा त ढुङ्गा पुन्न मात्र प्रयोग भयो जस्तो पो देखिन्छ. Honorable Speaker, Nepal is not a shrinking ship. It is a rising force. So to my opposition colleagues, brighter future. I say this with absolute certainty and confidence. The future is not only bright, it's dazzling. The only ones left in the dark are those still blinded by the past they dare not acknowledge. Perhaps they thought policies were like New Year resolutions, made to be forgotten. And now I do kind of understand this situation. किनभने विकासको कुरा गर्दा भने कान ठाडो पारेर तपाईहरु काम गर्नु पर्दा भने खुसी समातेर बस्नु भएको थियो। एउटा सल्लाह छ। ती चस्माहरु फेर्नुहोस्, नयाँ दृष्टिकोण राख्नुहोस्। हाम्रो देशलाई राम्रो हेर्नुहोस्। Thank you and have a lovely day.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Now I provide the floor to Honorable MP Honors Porter to raise the question to Foreign Affairs Ministry, followed by Education Ministry.
Right, Honorable Speaker. दसैँ र तिहार रमाइला हाम्रा छुटकारा ख्यालीले हृदय हाम्रो जुनगोर्याउँछ चित्त बस्यालीले बैशाखको तालमा नाचौला कहाँ मादले नरहे नेपाली हामी रहुला कहाँ नेपालै नरहे. These words are written by Madhav Prasad Himre, a shining star in Nepali literature. Every time I hear or recite this poem, I feel my heart sinking as these words are slowly but steadily becoming a reality. Our customs and traditions are fading away because the youth who should be standing strong as a pillar of our culture and continue our legacy are heading abroad. Among the many youth who leave our country, a large portion face mistreatment and exploitation. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs proudly states its commitment to promotion of peace and diplomacy. However, I question whether Nepal is truly upholding this principle when thousands of Nepali youth are subjected to labor exploitation and even human trafficking abroad. Does Nepal truly promote its peace and diplomacy by allowing its youth to be exploited and succumb to death on foreign soil? मैले यस सन्दर्भमा केही थप्न चाहे. अमेरिकाले युएस एड रोकिसक्यो, भारतले पढ्ने विद्यार्थी फर्काइसक्यो, तर प्रधानमन्त्री र परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालय भने वैदेशिक भ्रमणका लागि निमन्त्रणाको पर्खाइमा छन्. हामी जो नेपाल हाँसेको हेर्न चाहन्थ्यौँ, नेपालीको मन नाचेको हेर्न चाहन्थ्यौँ, अब नेपाल बाँच्ने हो कि होइन भन्ने अवस्थामा पुगिसकेका छौँ. लौ मन्त्रीज्यू, बताइदिनु पर्यो यस प्रश्नका उत्तरहरू, बचाइदिनु पर्यो नेपाललाई. धन्यवाद.
Honorable Speaker, respected members of this esteemed House, and my dear Nepali brothers and sisters. Today I stand not just as Foreign Minister, but as a proud Nepali, a defender of our dignity and a voice who build our nation, whether within our borders or beyond them. I express my gratitude to my friend from the opposition for reminding us of Madhav Prasad Himre's timeless poetry. His words reflect our culture, our identity, and our emotions. But my dear friend, poetry alone does not run a country. If emotions could solve problems, we would have already fixed them by singing Lok Tori every morning. Yes, the words are powerful. Nepali hami rahuna kaha Nepali narahu. The poet asks a question, but let me answer it loud and clear today. Nepal rahuncha, Nepali rahuncha, Sanskriti rahuncha, Swabhiman rahuncha. Dasai and Tihar are not just festivals. They are proof that no matter where Nepali goes, Nepal lives in their hearts. Today, even in New York and London, people fly kites in Dasai. In Australia and Middle East, people like Leo's in Tihar. This is not culture fading away. This is culture conquering the world. Yes, many young Nepalese go abroad for work. And yes, some face hardships. But since when this Nepalese fear struggle? The same ants that once carried kukuris into battle now carry the weight of our economy, sending over India 1 trillion in remittances last year alone. That is not a sign of weakness, that is power. Our workers abroad are not just laborers, they are economic warriors, building Nepal's future with every rupee they spend home. The opposition asks, why are we allowing our youth to be exploited? But let me ask them, when has this government ever sat idle? Did we sit and watch? No, we acted. We signed bilateral agreements to secure their rights, strengthened embassies for legal aid, and launched awareness programs to protect our people abroad, but to bring them back. stronger, skilled, and ready to lead Nepal. To those who say Nepal is losing its culture, I ask, who told you that Nepal lives only in its land? Nepal lives in its people. It lives in the hands of a migrant worker in Dubai, sending money home so his sister can go to college. It lives in the voice of a Nepali scientist working abroad and carrying the dream of bringing innovation home. It lives in the heart of a soldier, a farmer, a teacher, a builder, whether they are in Japan, Japa or Japan, or in Iran or Israel. Nepal is not just a place, it is a spirit. And as long as there are Nepalese in this world, Nepal can never fade away. So do not ask if Nepal will succeed. Nepal will succeed because Nepalese is not ready. To my dear opposition, complaining louder does not make you wiser. Criticism without solution is just noise, but Nepalese is not listening to noise. Nepal is moving forward, and to those who still doubt, I say, was Nepal rise? Was our youth treated not as workers but as leaders? Was our land signed not with struggle but with success? Because this time we are not stuck. Thank you, Jai Nepal.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Now I provide the floor to Honorable MP Samiksha Lama to raise the question to Education Ministry followed by Defense Ministry.
सम्माननीय सभामुख महोदय, केही समय अगाडि मैले एउटा भिडियो देखेको थिएँ। उक्त भिडियोमा एउटा पत्रकारले ग्रामीण क्षेत्रका साना बालबालिकाहरूलाई एउटा प्रश्न सोध्छन्। प्रश्न यस्तो छ,